Let's get into the ETA. That devil card again. Oh man, this is gonna be good. Breaking free from the devil, right? And finding strength, bravery, courage, control. This is good. Oh, and look, release of anxiety. This is good. This is good. Let's take a look at ETA as a whole. That is good. That is good. That is good. That is good. All right, let's look into the Election Truth Alliance. I just said it. I didn't mean to say it, but I just said it. So, all they did was delay the inevitable. All they did was delay the inevitable. Because guess what's going to happen? We have the strength. We're going to tame this lion. It's similar to smart. It's the estimated time of arrival. Look, as truth prevails, wisdom, discernment, strength keeps coming out. Okay, baby. I made sure to make sure that you're not... Look what just happened. This just popped out. Hello, military. Hello, military. That sucker just popped out. All right. And I love, too, about the military card, how it's black and white. That's like how the case is going to be, black and white. All right. So let's look at the Election Truth Alliance. Let's see how this case is going to go. How is their lawsuit going to go? How is their lawsuit? They have two going on, right? Do they have two going on? Do they have? I think they have one in Pennsylvania. They do have two going on. They're juggling two. They're juggling two. Okay. And it's going to be forward movement in this. Okay. That's great. It's going to put like the button on this whole situation. Will we need it? Probably not, but it just makes things unerasable. I think, would we be able to get them then for treason? Because if you find out that you're... Probably not, because treason is a hard definition. I do want to know that, though, because I feel like the whole thing is going to be swept. It does. It does. Yeah, all the counties not existing is a big thing. For the ETA, no, not ETA. Let me put treason. Treason under nix. Okay. I'm not losing the window. Oh no, did I lose y'all? Okay, so let's look at Etta James. And last, I hope we can play it. I hope we can play that song. My love has come along. Delayed celebration. That is it, right? And notice it's the White House. Delayed celebration. So is that going to be our Etta? Is that our Etta card? Look at that. The strength card came back out. Look at that. Looking towards the horizon for our win. Look at that. The chair is here. Oh my gosh. Look at that. They are going to save the country. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. What a reading. It's done. The reading's over. It's done. It's done. We're going to be rejuvenated. We're going to have rest after we've been under such duress. Okay. That was the whole reading just then. Listen, I will definitely have a dance party. I can't dance, but I will definitely do that. Okay. They wanted to pop out again. What is it about this card? Okay, there's something about this card when it comes to ETA. Okay, they do exhibit willpower. Yes. They are doing forward movement. Yes. It has taken forever. Yes. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Yes. This is such a yes card for them. I love it. Oh, that's crazy. The White House is in the background. Okay. Put y'all in different areas. Okay. Another Pennsylvania. I think they're doing one in Florida. I think they're also doing one in Vegas. Look. Okay. So we're going to count strength as theirs because that is their card. Oh, look. Okay. So this is definitely the ETA. It's definitely ETA. Y'all hold on to your hope. Hold on to your faith. It is going to happen. Okay. Guiding star. So we're going to go ahead and count these two cards as ETA. This is going to stand for them because it was the delayed celebration. This is what they're helping us get. And it's also strength in the face of this. So they're going to tame the orange lion. We're going to count that as their foundational card. So what is their challenge? That's interesting. Their challenge is the hope and faith. Isn't that crazy? And I get it because people didn't want to have hope or faith about this. So it's also keeping it up in front of them. I don't know if y'all have seen those interviews they did with David Pakman, but they were definitely trying. So being able to work forward in the face of everything that people are throwing at you, people you think would be on your side, seemingly not. I can understand that as a challenge. Is there any more challenges? It says, what inspires hope in you even in difficult times? That's such a card for them. That's definitely a challenge, is keeping is this theirs? Okay. So in the past, it's this. In the past, it was choices, 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 right? Was this my fantasy? Was this my imagination? People's ability to believe them or not. So this is definitely a past situation. Also in the past is a money issue. So in the past is the lack of progress due to money, like having to raise money, but also when they got started, they had no real long-term vision. It was like, okay, you prove it and then what? So that's definitely a thing. And then so has been their disappointment. Hey, Xavier. But also in the past is a thing that they had on their side, which is the truth, which is the breakthroughs. Having someone take up their case, that was a big thing. Having another election auditor or expert like work with them, that was another one. So truth was a big thing for them, but also was the delays and the miscommunication and the slow progress. This is the same thing that bothered Tim, and that bothers, justice is running slow. That's just all it is. And then the final thing is that fear. There was a lot in the past here. Fear. Now it's not even fear anymore, a fear of what's, the wolves at bay, but it's the fear more of not doing anything. That's a big one. So what are they stewing in now? You guys, personal readings are not happening on this live. Please scroll up and find your reader. Oh, okay. Interesting. Is this happening to them now? Is this the current energy? Okay. So the current energy here is definitely some blockages. People with the money are being creative, but I think they're going to be way more creative. Also the stagnation, having to prove this stuff has proven slow. But again, they have truth and discernment on their side. They have truth and discernment on their side. And I will say they have wanted to give up. They definitely have. But it feels like they're going to persevere on. They'll just find another way. You put up a wall, they'll find another way. And I think they did find that other way, especially with the thing with the cities. Okay. So what are they going to learn? Okay. They're going to learn to continue going, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. This is absolutely the best thing that they can learn. And they're going to learn that some people are going to refuse to hear what they have to say, no matter how much proof is in front of them. So they're not here to prove it to them. They're here to prove it to other people. And people are going to be resistant to hearing the truth. They don't want to know. They don't want to know that they have been hoodwinked. They don't want to know that they have lost, basically lost their own way, lost their ability to trust. So there is still going to be that. There's still going to be all of that. However, I do see that they are largely going to be able to avoid a lot of the complications. They've been navigating them. So they've lost battles, but at the end of the day, I do see that they are going to win the war. This one doesn't feel all that relevant to this reading. However, if I wanted to put it in there, since I was putting the other ones, again, it's going to be some people who just will not connect. There will be just some people who will not believe you. And so I think a lot of what's going to happen is that it's like, I don't know, just like stop trying to convince everyone, because everyone is not convincible. So what is their outcome? Outcome. All right. You got there, they're going to win pen. I think pen's pretty winnable. Okay, outcome. What's the outcome of ETA? What are they sitting in now? How does this feel? What's the outcome? What is the outcome? What is the outcome? Beautiful. New beginnings. New beginnings. Optimism, new beginnings, freedom. This is the outcome. The outcome, this journey that they started, they're going to get to complete. That's nice. All right. So, crazy thing is, they're pretty much across the board as far as like cards that come out. The only place there is a pentacle is in their past, and that's when they needed money. So this feels like it's going to be good. ETA has a great outcome, and I'm getting goosebumps behind it, and it just feels absolutely correct. So is that it? Yep, that's it.